Salams and welcome to the second quotation for today, quotable quotes 102 for today. And you know this quotation, I don't have to even tell you, it is a common sense quotation, but it's a reminder for you, it's a reminder for me, it's a reminder for all of us that a pretty face is nothing if you have an ugly heart, right? A pretty face is nothing if you have an ugly heart. Now, how powerful is that? We've seen it so many times. You see a person look so nice, so beautiful, so handsome, but the minute they open their mouth, swearing comes out, vulgarity comes out, or you find that the person doesn't care about that homeless person in the street, ill treats the animals, ill treats the pets or the cats or the dogs or the kittens, and you then realize that, you know what? What is the good of having that magnificent, beautiful face when the heart is so clouded with darkness, And this is what I mentioned in one of my other programs as well. There are four main criterion or four main parameters that attract you to another human being. It is the mind, body, soul, and heart, right? You get attracted to a person from the physical side, the body, that attracts you to the person. The first thing you look at another human being, right? From a medical point of view, from a scientific point of view, from a psychological point of view, thousands of experiments have been done. That the first thing that attracts you to a human being is the face. That's the first thing that you look at another human being. But besides the face, the first thing that attracts you is the eyes. It's amazing. It's amazing that the eyes, that depending on the quality of the eyes, that is the first thing you look at. And that is going to tell you about the thing that's going on in the brain of the person. So the face is the first thing that appeals to you about the person. Then you look at the rest of the body. So the person looks at the physical shape of the person. That's what attracts you to first. Then the intellect. That's the second parameter. The body, the mind. The mind is very powerful. And as what I said, I love the brain. And we're going to talk a lot about the human brain. There we go. There we go, the human brain. We're going to talk a lot about the human brain because the mind, they say, are you on the same wavelength? If you get married to this girl, is she on the same wavelength as me? Does she have the same likes and dislikes like me? Are we both doctors? Are we both pharmacists? Or you can be total opposites. They say opposites attract. So maybe you may be a total opposite, but maybe the brain of that person attracts you. The third thing that attracts you to a person is the heart. A person may not look good, a person may not be intelligent, but that person got a heart of gold. They say, that person is so kind, that person is so loving, that, you just fall in love with that person just because of the kindness of that person. So you got a heart of gold. And then the fourth criterion is the spiritual side, the spiritual dimension. So never ever forget that we are not just made out of a body. We are not just made up of atoms and organic and inorganic matter and proteins and enzymes. We have a soul within us, and the soul, it's an absolute fact. You cannot find a soul by science. There's no X-ray that can find a soul. There's no MRI scan for a soul. There's no fMRI for a scan. There's no ultrasound for a soul. You cannot find a soul because the soul is in the spiritual dimension. You have the physical dimension and you have the spiritual dimension. But it is an absolute guarantee that we all have a soul within us. And it is your soul that gives you your spirituality, that makes you think deep. Your soul is your driver. Think of your body as a motor car. But who is driving that motor car? It's your soul. Who is telling you what decisions to make? It's your soul. It is the person inside of you, not even your brain. It is the person who's controlling your brain, your heart, your thoughts, everything. It is your soul. And it is the soul that's going to determine whether you're going to fly higher than the angels or you're going to fall lower than the animals. Stay well, look after yourself. So as a reminder, a pretty face is nothing if you have an ugly heart. Try to remember, keep polishing your heart. And as Muslims, you say, zikr is the polish of the heart, because every person's heart has got a stain, has got a darkness on that heart. It's called a rust of the heart. And the only way to remove the rust of the heart is to remember your Creator Supreme. Stay well, look after yourself. I'll try and have a beautiful heart. And surround yourself with people who've got beautiful hearts. And when you got people with beautiful hearts, don't let them go. They are part of your existence. And their heart rubs with your heart and it polishes your heart. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.